How'd you get Pikachu on a bus, though?
Pokemon.
So today, thanks for tuning in once again. I love these little soft starts. We are talking about unpopular opinion. I have got, well, today is the panel of idiots, so I have invited some idiots on. So if you're an idiot, say hello and introduce yourself.
I did not realise this was the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
I
So
will
Steffan's
leave
back.
now.
That's Steffan's voice. And
I mean,
I've
I'm just
got
going to fully accept that I'm an idiot.
the
Yeah.
beautiful
No.
man that is Sam Fenning. I hope
thanks.
you
Thanks, Ben.
caught our last podcast with Sam in it, because I gave an accurate description of how beautiful he is, and it's well worth listening back to,
Very much so.
because I think it really captured something.
But just for those who didn't catch the last episode of that podcast, can you describe him again?
Why don't you describe him? I'd be interested to hear your opinion on Sam.
I don't know.
He's not got my best angle here. That's the
No,
issue.
and you haven't done your hair today.
Yeah, I've not done my hair.
Okay. Should we? I don't know. I could give it a go,
Go on.
I don't know.
You can always
Oh,
edit
very-
it out.
but Sam might hurt me later if I get it wrong and
No,
I
I
don't
don't-
pay him enough compliments.
Look,
Well, only
what
if
can
it's
you
bad.
get wrong?
Well,
Go on. Who does he look like to you? No, you were on that podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know I was. I'm saying for the people who weren't on the podcast, who didn't hear it.
You went along the Eddie Redmayne, like a
That's
a
true.
more
I did
rugged,
say Eddie
like,
Redmayne. Yeah, sorry.
less quirky.
Less quirky.
quirky
like
Eddie Redmayne.
auto-corrected Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah.
basically.
But anyway, we should probably move
Sorry,
on
Eddie
from Sam's face. As much as I would like to. How you doing, gents?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Good. Today we are doing our podcast on unpopular opinions.
Ooh.
So Sam, you come up with this, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's something that I'd heard on Greg James's.
So do we have to give credit there?
I think we might have to. Greg James, shout out to you.
Yeah. Just a little footnote.
Greg's a massive fan of the show.
He's a massive fan. He's,
So,
you got to mention the last one that I was on as well. Goodness me.
Yeah.
Got
so-
a bit of a...
Well, I just think we should read some of these out, and
Okay.
then we should fight to the death over them.
Okay.
All right.
So I don't know how violence comes across on podcasts.
I think as long as we
but
take
I
the
reckon
mics
as
with
we
us, we
make
should
sure
be
that we
fine.
slap each other loudly. Have you got any that you want to pick out straight away?
Well, no, there was one that I did hear
Go on.
that I do agree with. I don't get Bake Off.
You don't get
I
Bake
don't
Off?
get Bake. Oh, well,
To
I
be
mean,
f-
I get the concept of the program. I don't get this fascination with Bake Off. I'm really not into it. It's basically people crying at cakes.
I do see where you're coming from, and I actually was on that ship,
Bus, I'd say
train. I was on that
before.
train. Can you be on the bus though?
I think if you're short
What
on
if there's
short
a
on cash,
replacement bus for
yeah.
the train. No, I was on that train.
with the way Greater Anglia, honestly,
No,
I wouldn't be
I-
surprised if you were on some sort of coach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or just bicycle even. No, I was on that same train with you,
Wavelength.
next to you, second class. That's
offensive.
I feel like somehow I insulted you.
Yeah, you took offence
First
to-
class.
all right,
First
Stefan.
class.
You are not a first class.
No,
people.
you wouldn't.
first
You wouldn't
class.
travel first class. Come on,
Mate,
why
you're
would
not
you?
even. You're one of these that doesn't even pay for their ticket.
Fucking avoid it.
That
Yeah,
is
I think
slanderous.
you're
That
like
is
a-
slanderous, though.
Yeah, I think you're a ticket dodger.
It depends where you're going from and to, doesn't it?
Careful
if you
what you
need
say.
if you need tickets the other end, then you've got to buy them. But
Yeah. True.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Yeah,
Bake
so
Off.
I was on the same train with you, but then I started watching it again, and then my life changed. I saw the light, so to speak.
So, are you into
or the pastry, or the
I
piping?
never
I saw the
really-
piping, and I was blown away.
I never made the transition from BBC to Channel 4.
Yeah.
I've done an occasional watching of the show, and I love Noel Fielding,
Oh, he's great, isn't
but
he?
and I'm not a massive Mel and Sue
you're
person.
not.
No.
I thought they were quite good.
I
So
thought that-
I actually love Bake Off, but I don't actually like anyone in Bake Off because I find Paul Hollywood one of the most infuriating characters on planet Earth. Although I'm not actually sure he's from planet Earth.
He does. He does look
he
slightly
is
ethereal,
so
doesn't he?
Far up his own backside that he thinks, oh, a handshake that I give out. Oh, that's the biggest compliment that someone could ever receive.
Maybe he's just got really nice hands and he knows it. He's just
Or
like,
He
what
must have
about
a
like
pretty
a
strict
knighthood or
moisturising-
something?
Yeah,
That might be better.
regime.
But yeah, he's like, I'm going to shake your hand about that. And then you get all these like middle-aged people go, oh my goodness, Paul gave out a handshake. Oh, my life.
Yeah,
I
I
just,
don't-
I'm myself.
No,
Okay.
I'm with you. I I just don't get it.
But I love Bake Off. So I used to work with a lot of internationals. I remember at one particular time I was working with German and American and some classic British people.
That sounds like the
love
start of a
it.
joke.
classic British.
Yeah, so like
Who
I
are
would
classic
say,
British
So I
people?
would say I'm not classic British.
Are they like rah-rahs?
No,
They're
I'm
a bit
saying like
rah-y.
these people like drink tea.
I drink tea.
I drink tea.
I would say these people.
You're going to say eat cucumber sandwiches?
No,
Because I
they-
eat cucumber
They
sandwiches
probably
as well.
host. They
But
probably
out
like
of
take
choice,
days
out
off.
of choice, or just like it's the last thing on the trolley and you've got to eat it because
No, if
otherwise
there's
you'll
some
starve.
cream cheese with it, I'd 100% pick up a cream cheese and cucumber sandwich.
Unpopular opinion.
Please don't say you hate cucumber.
No, I don't.
No, oh, come on. You're sane. Good.
Yeah, no, I mean like proper British is like they like actually care about a dress that someone wears if they're getting married to a royal person.
Oh,
They
okay.
they know the second verse to God Save the Queen. They, you know, that's proper British to me. But anyway,
Right.
my point is they all absolutely
quite
love
specific,
it. They
that is,
love it
yeah.
in America.
They do that.
There's something about the Britishness of it that captures people.
It's the same thing with Downton Abbey, wasn't it? They were just like,
See,
they
I never did
loved
that.
Downton.
I never did
never
Downton
watched that
either.
either. No, I didn't get it. I watched a bit of it, to be fair, but I remember my parents going on about it, and then I was just like, I just don't understand. It's just lots of people just talking in rooms and just nothing really happening. And no, I need more explosions.
I remember
and,
a baked Alaska
aliens and
incident.
things.
You must have heard about the baked Alaska.
I think so. Is this the guy where he lost it, just completely lost it?
Well, to be honest, it was valid.
Is this Dan? Was it Dan? What's his name? No,
I want to say it's a Lewis,
was it Lewis?
but I don't know. I feel like there was someone called Lewis involved and someone called Claire involved, but I'm not sure. But Lewis, let's call him Lewis,
Let's call him Lewis. Okay.
who I'm going to call the victim of this travesty, made a lovely baked Alaska, which is an ice cream based dessert. For those that you don't know, Alaska's a cold place, and I assume that is why the dessert is called that. He puts it in his dedicated freezer.
Yes, that's the one.
Let's
I'm
call her
thinking of.
Claire. Let's call her Claire, for argument's sake. Or the devil. Let's call her the devil. That'll be better. The devil goes over to his dedicated freezer, from what I understand, and takes out his baked Alaska without him realising it, which thus melts, and he has nothing to present
I
to the
liked your
judges.
use of thus.
Thus.
And thus it melted.
So yeah, I think Bake Off, not liking Bake Off, is something that probably isn't widely accepted. So I think that is an unpopular opinion. Well
Good.
done.
Okay.
Thanks. I mean, that wasn't my well, I agreed with it, but it wasn't my original.
I understand
It
it.
wasn't
I
the
didn't
OG.
necessarily agree with it. I have been converted
But
since.
did you know as well though, when it was on BBC, Mel and Sue? Did you know that when one of the competitors, people on it, started getting a bit worked up because I imagine it's quite an intense situation to be in.
Yeah, it's literally intense. Did you get it?
Yes. Yeah.
Because they
we got
bake in
it.
a tent.
We got it.
Yeah. I just think
Was that
part of
really
my
not a good
soul
joke? I
just crumbled and died.
I thought that was a good joke. It is intense.
It is. It is. It's very true. It is intense.
I'll give it
and,
to you. It's
yeah,
good.
it was a very delayed.
That was uncalled
sorry,
for.
Ben. That fell
response.
a bit. That fell a bit flat.
Like if Alex puts in a whop 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 whop
Or just a
tumbleweed.
just a tumble. Yeah. When someone would like get really worked up and they didn't want the footage to be used, Mel and Sue would go off and just like swear behind them and like start naming loads of brands and things.
Oh,
that
really? So they
the
couldn't
footage
use it?
was just completely unusable for
Gosh,
them.
no wonder they
Yeah.
got sacked. They didn't get sacked, did they?
No,
Can't
they
say
just
that for
didn't.
legal reasons.
I don't think they just didn't go with the move, did they? I don't know.
They were loyal. Oh, so the other thing is,
Right.
Mary Berry, what's happened to her? She all right?
Well, wasn't she on the Great British Cook-Off or whatever it's called now? They've like renamed it or something. Right. Which is basically like the same thing.
That sounds like a weird version of Baking Bad.
Baking
Bad.
Now
that's a show. Come on,
show.
BBC, hit me up for Baking Bad. Seriously.
Surely that's just like catastrophes with cakes, not
Baking Bad.
Yeah.
Which is, I thought that was the good bit of Bake Off.
Yeah, but it's a bit like that thing on X Factor,
maybe just
isn't
baking
it? It's
in
like
prisons
you
or
only
something.
really watch X Factor for the terrible acts at the start, and now even that's now getting a bit old.
I've got an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Brexit's going well.
Oh dear.
That poor woman. I mean,
Theresa May.
I think so. I think she's had a proper poison chalice there.
I'll tell you what, she's got the moves.
She has.
Moves like May.
Jagger?
Yeah, I was going to say Jagger, but then I was trying to make Theresa sound like Jagger, and that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But no, I like it's a no-win situation for her, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
You're not gonna-
I've completely lost interest in it.
Yeah,
I honestly, it does my head in.
I'm bored of it now.
What do you think, Steffan? You're always actually educated on these things.
I don't know if necessarily I'm educating. I've kind of dipped. I got to a point.
Unlike me and Sam.
I got to the point with the
You're
news.
an educator.
Educator. I got to the point with the news where I really disliked just how negative it all was, and so I just thought I'm not going to listen to the news anymore. And then I sort of stopped watching it. But since I have kind of started tuning in a bit more, and most of the time I just avoid watching it on TV because I just find it too depressing. I just read just the news on like my phone or like
I had a job
on the BBC website or something like that.
So depressing.
Emmy's on
I have to say it.
But I think Sam's right. I think it is a very difficult situation. I think Theresa May is in a very difficult position. I don't necessarily see how a deal is going to come about because it just seems like she is being held hostage by like the right wing of her party who want a hard Brexit, and then there are those on the other side of her party who say, actually, if you don't keep us in the single market, then we may just completely kind of revolt and join, with Labour in voting down whatever agreement you have. So it's like, it's really difficult. And I genuinely think there might be a chance of there being a general election come next summer, like March, April. I mean, that's technically not summer, but like around that point. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another election in May. Like if we don't get a deal of some sort and we have to extend the period of, I don't know, sort of talks, if that even is possible, then I think it could quite feasibly result in a general election. And then, but I don't think anything would come of it. I think people would just vote the same way again. And I think it would just be a scenario where you just have to go like, okay, well, we can't get along with the EU, so we're just going to have to leave, I suppose.
You know who would get the deal done though?
Who?
Noel Edmonds.
Noel Edmonds.
What is he going to do? Walk into the EU
He's going to call the banker
with the phone and just put it down and just go
deal or no deal?
Yeah,
that is the question.
Or just put one box. He has one box. He gives them a box, and he goes, right,
exactly.
Which one do you want?
And then
it's like, exactly. Stay in the single market. Leave.
Are you affected by Brexit? You're not like English, are you?
No, I am. I've got a British
English.
passport. Yeah.
But is your parents?
I'm Hungarian on my mother's side.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So yeah, I have the option of potentially getting a Hungarian passport as well. So yeah, that's something I could look into if I wanted to, be able to move freely throughout the EU.
That up like nobody's.
But
business.
Of course, everyone's
I'm
going for
clawing on to any relatives listening to this that could get me like an EU passport because, I can't be queuing.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically, which line do you queue in?
Yeah.
I do fly quite a lot because of having to go back to see my family. And like when I do get to like the passport check-in area, like you have sort of non-EU countries, EU countries.
Yeah.
And I love how like some people have already go like, well, we're not in the EU anymore. And then it's just like walking down that way. And it's just
that
like so
walk.
proudly like, We showed them.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, no,
You're an
we're still in the EU. I'm going to go queue in the right area. Yeah, and that kind of reveals my political standing on all this. But anyway, yeah, but it just,
I think, like, let's be honest, we're all millennials. Well, the podcast is quite millennial heavy.
Yeah.
And they've all kind of voted one way, didn't they?
Yeah. But is it going well? I don't agree.
No,
It's
I
not
don't
going
know.
well, particularly.
No,
I think
that isn't my
everyone-
actual opinion.
I think, but I think everyone would say that it's probably not going well.
Yeah, no matter what
And
way you
if
voted,
were
you're
to say
disappointed in
it
it.
is going well, then yes, I think that would probably be, as you say, an unpopular opinion.
Yeah. Do you hold any unpopular opinions, sir?
Well, besides Crocs, having it out for Crocs.
We should get into the Crocs thing because we did, like, I don't know.
We briefly covered it on the last one, I
If
think.
Alex
again.
could do like a release of all the stuff that we chat about before we actually get to the podcast, but last time we did it, we did kind of catch the end of the conversation, didn't we?
Yeah.
Tell us your opinion on Crocs.
I don't know. They look unsightly.
Understatement.
I think they just, it's like if you can't be bothered to like get dressed properly, then probably just don't come out your house.
If you're going out to the garden, like they're acceptable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
because you can slip them on and off. But I mean, you can also. There are plenty of other
exactly.
shoes around.
That's what I'm talking about. Like going out to garden, that's still your property. That's fine. No one has to see you there. It's okay, unless they like pop their head over the over the fence and say
but then
hi.
they're kind of
and then-
intruding on your property.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this isn't necessarily my opinion because I don't want to get in trouble for this, but I could put an argument forward for Crocs,
Okay.
and it would be this:
Right.
to leave the premises of your house. Theme parks. Now, I know that your minds are automatically going to go to a flip-flop.
They are indeed. Yep.
But-
I'm already there.
Roller coaster situation.
Take them off.
Where are you going to put them?
In the bag, where you put your bag and things like that.
What?
But
And
also,
like,
hang
have
on,
your
wait.
Soul Cow flip-flops nicked by some randomer
I
that's
think
come off the
flip-flops
ride?
are likely to stay on a bit more than.
I mean,
Crocs
unless
are.
you're on like air, like
Yeah,
Alton
I'm
Towers.
Because you got different types. You got the Crocs. And why do I know so much about Crocs? I must hate them so much. But it's like they've got the one without the ankle bracer strap thing, whatever.
Yeah, they're the kind that my mum has for
And
gardening.
it's like, and then there's the one without. So like, if you're wearing the ones without, and you're going up
Yeah,
on
so
a roller
I'm
coaster,
talking
they're
about-
coming off.
I'm talking about support because I'm thinking actually, not that I own a pair, but I'm going to be honest. I have owned a pair of Crocs.
Okay.
And I wore them in another country. I was going to Disney World.
Did you get atrocious tan lines?
No, I didn't. I didn't actually, because my feet are so hairy. I don't tan on my feet anyway. My wife calls me Bilbo Baggins. But anyway, I have to shave my feet now when we go on holiday. That's terrible, isn't it?
Anyway,
Can you edit that? But anyway, so my argument is waterproof,
Right.
genuinely comfortable,
Okay.
and wouldn't fall
Yeah.
off on a roller coaster.
Yeah. Well,
That's
we've already
my-
discussed that, but
Yeah.
let's
I
move
mean,
on.
a lot of roller coasters, your feet are in a like little carriage with you.
Yeah.
A lot of roller coasters, as I say,
I think the tide is turning on roller coasters.
you think they're going to be more like air, where you're kind of hanging
Yeah,
and
definitely.
doing that sort of thing.
Or
But even then,
over-
all I'm doing is clenching my toes, and I've got my flip flops on.
To be fair, there's a lot of clenching going on a roller coaster at all times. So I don't think like expanding that to the toes
Yeah.
would be that much of a stretch.
I mean, I mean, normally I'd take a bag with me to a theme park anyway.
Oh, are you a bit of a chucker?
No,
you meant
not like a paper bag. No, like a rucksack.
I'm inevitably going to be sick.
I mean, I
so
will
I'd take
be
a
if I
bag.
go on like one of those spinny rides. Like I did that when I was
Teacups.
teacups. Don't get me started.
I've got another one.
Go
And
on.
this is deliberately so I can incite rage in Sam.
Let's not.
So I don't get the big deal about cricket. I really don't. Like Sam and you, Ben, were talking about this before, and you
I
were like
don't
so
like
excited
cricket.
about it, and I was just cricket.
I love it.
It's so boring. It's so boring.
Okay.
I think you should scrap.
My-
I think you should scrap the normal game of cricket and just replace it with 2020.
Oh,
2020 is so much more enjoyable.
Okay.
Like, how many days do you need to decide the winner? Come on, just get
Did you
on with
watch
it.
any of the England and India tests?
I watched a little bit because my dad had it on constantly.
Good lad.
Okay, so
And
do you want me to put forward my argument before? Because
No, let me
you-
state, like, okay, like you do with Crocs. This is why I don't like cricket. Okay, first of all, to me, I don't see much of the athleticism in it. Like, where is it? It seems like a lot of people are just standing around doing not a lot.
I see that as a pro.
And then
You see it as a
suddenly
con.
they have to dart and run and chase a ball. But like, you know, in terms of like placing people wherever, like you can't really even. I mean, yeah, okay, you can look at like past recordings of like the player that's coming up to bat and go like, oh, well, where do they like to put it? But then of
No,
course
but
they're
they-
going to be like, oh,
No,
I
see,
know
this
they've
is-
seen a video of me, so I'm not going to hit it where they think I
They
normally
hit
hit
it
it.
depending on where you bowl it, not where they like hitting it.
I mean, unless you like Joss Butler, but
But you're
Yeah.
not.
he's no.
You're still
But then
bad.
it's also like, it just seems like it's such a long game. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And it just like, can we just maybe condense it? And that's why like watching 2020, I was like, okay, like I don't love this, but I can deal with it.
You
Because
understand it.
I can understand it. I know what's happening. There's a bit more fun involved. People are kind of having a great time. I would say this, it is a nice social sport because you feel like you can talk to people and even if you miss something you go like what happened and then they're like oh yeah something and I'm like oh okay cool and then just move on, whereas it's like watching a game of like basketball or like I don't know, like even just football, like your eyes are glued constantly to the game and you don't want to move.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I just don't get cricket. I really
Firstly,
don't. I
we
wish I
love
did,
you.
but I don't.
There's no need to apologise.
Okay. I just
We're
feel,
all wrong about something.
We are.
Do you want to go first, Sam?
No, it's all you.
Okay. Sam's a bit too attached. So Sam plays cricket
Quite a lot,
and is
yeah.
actually good at it. Like you're actually quite good, aren't you?
I am relative for the standard.
I know that you're
play
good
at.
because actually other people say you're good.
Oh, that yeah, it's very.
But
That's a
so
nice
for
thing.
me, cricket, when I was playing cricket, what it is, it's meeting up with your mates, you get a good lunch and a bar, and you stand out in the sun all day.
I mean, I don't. To me, there's not a downside to that.
Yeah.
it's
So that's a good thing. And it's fun hitting a bat and ball, isn't it? We all do it. Whether it's tennis or rounders or that is fun.
yeah.
That is commonly accepted as a fun
Yeah,
thing to
and
do.
there's a lot of banter going around when, especially when you're
Top
fielding.
banter.
And
There is top banter going on.
Yeah,
Top
especially
banter.
especially when you're like fielding and then like you're having to like G each other up and that sort of thing.
G each other up.
Like get people going again, sort of thing.
So there's
Do you
a
know
bit
what
of
I mean?
there's the sledging element.
Yeah, we don't do that too much. Not at our level.
But so I don't now play cricket, and I don't really watch cricket unless it's live. But live, it's like watching anyone that's really good and really passionate at what they do. I think is entertaining, no matter what it is. So I have no interest in gymnastics, but if I watched
The Olympics.
the Olympics, like I would find that entertaining.
Yeah.
But what cricket is sitting in the sun with a nice pint. There's always a miraculous picnic. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like
the
manna
picnic.
from heaven.
Manna from heaven.
Yeah, and you don't, you just sit there. So for me, you might get a bit emotional now, but the reason why I love cricket is because I don't actually like cricket that much, but my brothers and dad love it so much that I try and get into it.
Get
So
caught
that we
up in it
have
as well.
that. So we have that it's like a glue. So we'll always go and watch it together. Otherwise, I'd just be like on me. Cheers, Sam. Otherwise, I'd just be on me Jack Jones, wouldn't I? Doing nothing. And so for me, that's an element of it that I like, is that I associate a cricket experience with my family being together and having a good day out.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
I get that.
And to go and watch, I think to a certain level, I can understand if you are uncultured and don't understand the rules that you don't enjoy Test cricket.
So you're not that's
The
what
way
I
he
say.
started that was great. He's just
I was
like,
talking
I
about
understand
proper
if
British,
you
wasn't
are,
I?
and then just laid into me.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's the tension is just so there's a certain level.
There are some
of tension.
technical
There's
elements to the game that are unrivaled in terms of how close stuff can get. And
It is. It's-
that's why I like the 5-day game. We were talking about a 4-day game before it came on air, and it literally came down to
Yeah, like
The Wire.
Yeah, and watching. So I remember one of my first cricket matches that I must have gone to watch like live was England versus Australia at Trent Bridge. So one of my earliest memories was us winning I think it was winning the Ashes, or at least winning the Test.
Oh my goodness.
At Trent Bridge. It was pretty special, and just the camaraderie between like all your fans. But it's also so nice that you can be sat next to an Australian and just chat with them because you're with them all day, sort of thing.
So it's mixed. It's friendly. It's mixed.
I do like the fact that although obviously recently there has been some controversy around certain players, you know, but like it is a gentlemanly.
Don't stoke that though.
No. I do like
That's a niche joke,
that the sport generally is a gentlemanly sport.
Yeah.
Like
Any sport that you stop halfway through to eat is brilliant.
Yeah. I think I do quite like that about
But in a
it. But
5-day game, it's three times.
Again, come on.
They have a cooked meal. It's brilliant.
Again, like let's just bring it in and just make it a day. That would be perfect.
They
just
do have
one
that.
day.
That's the ODI. That's
Yeah.
the slightly longer version of the T20.
Yeah.
But for me, that's like saying like, let's just take all of the Star Wars films and just pack it into.
Yeah, but
like
I can watch all the
half-hour episode.
Star Wars films in a day and be done, and I'll be like, brilliant. I'll see you in a year. Whereas like with cricket, I have to sit there for 4 days. It's like, oh, it's taking forever. It's terrifying.
But do you like sport generally?
I do like sport. I'm gonna play five-a-side football, with my staff, tomorrow. So
Cool.
So it's
I
gonna
didn't have you down as a five-a-side.
Yeah, no, I
didn't.
play with my my work friends after school on Fridays, and it's always good, and it's kind of a good way to finish out the week, and yeah, I really really enjoy it. I mean, besides that, I don't do much sport, and I don't really watch much sport, but I like you, I have an appreciation for people who are genuinely awesome at what they're doing. So whether it's something in the Olympics or even when I do watch some cricket, genuinely I do think, wow, that clearly that person can really bowl well.
Sam bat,
that person
honestly.
can throw a ball really well. I think for me, I think it's just not immediate enough, and I'm not patient enough. And but I think even like tennis is too long. Come on, just cut a few sets off and just get to it. Why don't you just do best of 3?
I've got a really
unpopular
set.
Why do we have to go
opinion
for
about
5
tennis.
sets? Just go for 3, and we can get more game footage in. Go see other games and things like that.
I think part of it as well, though, for me, is that the accessibility of the players as well. I think that when you're watching cricket live, you're kind of there. Like someone has to literally come and stand in front of you for like 5 minutes at a time, and then goes off, and then 5 minutes later comes back and stands in front of you. And so it's great because you see all of these young kids going up, and you've got like Stuart Broad or Jimmy Anderson or someone just turning around in between the overs, signing autograph. And there's a real.
It's a very.
You can
I'd
like
say
talk
it's a
to
real,
them. Like my
yeah.
granddad offered one of the, I think, Nottinghamshire players a Werther's original. He turned it down, but still, like it's that sort of.
That's just rude.
I know it is.
They're
rude.
banned,
really
aren't they?
rude.
Yeah, you can't take things from the crowd, I don't think.
Well, no, because Werther's originals were used for ball tampering. Did you not know that?
Oh yes, sorry, yeah.
Because they made more of a shine on
I
the
don't
ball.
know.
Anyway.
I don't like cricket.
But it doesn't matter. But okay, do you want to hear? Okay, this isn't necessarily my opinion, but an unpopular opinion about tennis, and this will make this the last one because otherwise we're just going to get more and more fallout. But women players should get paid half the amount that men do because they do half the amount of work.
As soon as you said I had an unpopular opinion about tennis.
I don't know.
No, sorry, there is an
have
unpopular
heard
opinion
of
about.
one.
Yes, sorry, let me correct myself there.
I don't want to get in trouble because men play 5 sets, women play 3. So they
Yes.
should
Well,
be
you
paid
already know
equally.
my opinion. I think they should all play 3 sets and just
Yeah.
get it done with. Come on, hurry up. We've got things to do. Sam, I'm going to just throw this one over to you because you know more about sport than I do. So you know all about the...
And more about women
All
than
about-
all of us.
Well,
There we go. So true.
personally, I wouldn't be against them dropping 5 from 5 to 3 for men.
That wasn't the opinion.
I know,
was it?
I know. I was just, I was
dodge the topic.
yeah. I don't think that's necessarily because for one, it can't be half the amount because 3 isn't
Yeah,
half of 5.
a representative.
Yes, a representative.
amount.
The other issue you have there though is that, for example, Rafa Nadal is it the French Open where it's on clay? Is it the
I think
French?
so. Yeah.
and he just absolutely bosses it every.
Yeah,
So in
je
theory,
voudrais is what I say.
in theory, like you've got Serena Williams, or as an example, there you've got she would win her final after playing minimum of 2 sets.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nadal plays 3. Like he could win that 3-0 and it'd be done in like 3 hours. Like I think that the amount of, yes, the length of time to have, like the longest amount of time is slightly longer for men, but I don't think that should. I think that you would get more excitement.
The prep's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the hours leading up to it are the same.
Yeah.
And is that what you get paid for? How do you get paid in tennis? You win
For winning, for position, like where you come in the
so
tournament.
maybe you shouldn't. Oh, I don't want to say anything that's going to get me in trouble.
I think we've already broached quite a controversial topic.
So yeah, thanks for listening to the Eden Gathering podcast this week. I want to stop it there before we get in any more trouble. Steffan, thank you for being a regular. I think you are now a regular. You are the most regular person.
Nice little
I've
move
ever.
there.
Yeah, we
Can't
should start
see it.
videoing
Can't
these.
see it.
'cause
That's
that
why you need
was-
videos, so you can just pick up on these little things.
Yeah, it's kind of like Gangnam Style. No, it's not.
No.
Well, it's kind of like Pistols in the Air is what he's doing. And Sam Fenning. Gosh,
Indeed.
just your face.
I think that's probably a reason to get a video going more than
mate.
anything, let's be honest.
And,
if I'm invited back.
Exactly. So if you want to see Sam's face or Steffan's dance moves, come along to the Eden Gathering. These guys are there. Sam, you're heading up all the
Hosting stuff,
hosting
indeed.
stuff.
Yeah.
Steffan, you're heading up all the eating stuff.
All the food night stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I might be there hosting stuff if they invite me, which I think they have.
We have, well, my understanding was that we have.
Yeah, great. Well, I'll
Awesome.
see you there then as well.
See you guys there.
See you
Who wants to
there.
tell Alex to play the music?
Alex.
Play the music.
No, I get what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Alex.
Play.
The music.
No. A word each. You start.
Alex.
Play.
The
Music.
please.